What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you different strategies for Brawl Ball. I realized when I first started Brawl Stars that I just thought any character was fine and I didn't really care. I didn't think it mattered, but I kind of realized over time that there's different strategies that you might want to use, different characters, different ways of battling, and so I'm going to tell you what I think are the best strategies. So first of all, I think the character Daryl is definitely an important one. The reason for it, when he can use his super power up, when he does his barrel roll, he can get right behind an enemy who has the ball and kind of do a lot of damage to them, and maybe not even like kill them, but just do a lot of damage to them, and then your other teammates will help finish that off. The other character is Frank. He actually has a lot of health, and he does a lot of damage at the same time. And then his super power up, the stunning blow, will shock the enemies in place, and what will also get rid of the ball out of their feet when they're playing. Brock is another good one. He's good for long range. If you're using him up close, I wouldn't recommend it though. So let's get into a game here and show an example. Okay, so here we have Frank playing. Now you can see right off the bat, these other characters are pretty skilled, but Frank does a lot of damage. If they're all clustered in one area, that's the perfect time to use his ability, because everyone will most likely die if you strategize it perfectly. As you can see, some of the other characters are a little more experienced on here, so maybe a little harder. This trick won't work every single time, which is why it's the first one I'm talking about though. So as you can see during this gameplay, there's a lot of times that Frank is far away, which is what actually you don't want to do. You want to get as close as you can to the enemy so they can do the least amount of damage to you. I would suggest hiding in bushes and then popping out of them and trying to get the ball there, but Frank here died at that moment, and now he uses super power up not in a good place. You usually want to try to find an area where you can either break a wall, which you can see Charlie Bear just did up there, and then you can all shoot in through the center there. Or I would just suggest trying to get them all in clustered areas and then shoot them, because that's the best way to deal damage with Frank. That he is a close range person, he is a melee, so that's why you want to do that. Also try to keep away from Barley's shots, they can be pretty damaging. The other person is Brock, but try to stay far away. Here, I did actually not stay far away. I kept trying to get close to people. I did back up a few times, but not that often, which is why I ended up dying a lot of the cases, and some people, like Shelly, might end up killing you, or sometimes if you don't watch out behind you, Brock does not have a lot of health, so you could die from any other character if you're not careful. So the other thing I want to point out here is that you can see Brock is getting really up close in these clips, but that's not the point. You don't want to ever do that. And then you can see here with Daryl, he does not have a lot of health at all, so you want to just try to get as many shots on people as you can and then run away. And then you can see Daryl came up behind Jessie here. She did throw out her ball just so she could place down her turret, which was a smart move on her, but you have to pick the right characters for you. If you don't pick the right character, it might not be a good fit for you. Always pick what's right for you. If you're not good at Daryl, I wouldn't suggest playing as Daryl. If you're not good at Brock, I wouldn't play as Brock. If you're not good as Frank, I wouldn't play as Frank. You get the gist. But you can see El Primo is another good one. I actually forgot to put this in the video, but El Primo does have the most health, so if you're just trying to become a ball carrier, I would suggest being El Primo and try to get up that field as fast as possible. I would also suggest getting someone who has really high damage like Frank as a damage person right behind you, and then also someone who can shoot maybe like Shelly, or as you can see Dynamite here as Charlie Bear is playing. And then you can see here Frank blows open that wall just to try to get in there. Unfortunately, we lose the round on this one, but it is actually coming to the end of the video. Those were the top 3 strategies that I can think of right now. But these are the top 3 strategies, and thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.